You said that too fast. I didn't get it.
Yeah, Curb Your, like I just watched an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, like the show.
Curb
Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, like
it's a show. It's a TV show.
Remove your enthusiasm.
Yeah, like basically it's a TV show. This guy that walks around and he says whatever is on his mind. Like he's just he says what everybody's thinking but won't say. Right.
I like that.
And there's this episode where there's this guy that's Ghanaian and there's actually, and it's a Ghanaian in real life as well. So what they do?
Hold on, like you get it in movies, but not get it in real life.
Yeah, you could anyway. People play all sorts of Idris Elba played Nelson Mandela. He's not South African,
but it's African.
Anyway. So the show, celebrities they'll play characters close to themselves. Some of them will even play themselves.
Yeah.
It's because the guy works in Hollywood, so it's like he'll be hanging with these people and he'll be going to that. It's almost like just like a reality TV, anyway.
Okay.
So the Ghanaian guy is married to a white woman.
Okay.
And the white woman is pregnant.
Okay.
So the guy invited them over anyway. So like it's two scenes, but I'm talking about when when they were both chilling in the house anyway.
Okay.
And he goes, what are you hoping for? He asked the black guy, you want him on the lighter? You want because the kid is gonna be,
light skin,
mixed race. Yeah. But do you want him on the darker side like you because he's pure? You want him on the lighter?
But that's the useless question because whatever you want, you're not gonna get it.
No,
the genes are mixed.
Yeah, no, but
unless which one is dominated gene.
But that's what I'm saying. But some mixed race, but because you don't know, some mixed race kids really look like on the dark side. Some mixed race more look.
Yeah, it depends on the dominated gene.
But
how well did your boy swing?
But he's asking him.
What's the strength of his voice?
Because he asks about the name, right. And even the last thing is for makes it worse when the name comes in because he asks about the name and he's like, if you give him like the guy says, oh yeah, of course we're gonna give him an African, and he says like Kwame anyway. Like so that kind of, and like yeah, but what if he doesn't look like a Kwame? And the bad thing is when he had the child, the child looks very
like.
Kwame looks like a black kid from Ghana. That's what Kwame looks like. Kwame don't look like a white kid, is it? How is that racist?
I tell you why that's racist.
If I told you somebody's called Jin Lee, and then you found like a Nigerian.
Okay, first of all, hold on. I know what he meant, and I know what he's saying, but that's racist.
That's racist. Okay. How?
Jin Lee, I'm already thinking Asian. Okay, but that's racist.
How is it? No. Look, the point is this. How should I put it? Common sense has to always prevail. Okay.
What is this common sense when you're talking about
the common sense in that is there's something called culture. Okay.
Yeah, hold on.
Names are culture.
What I just explained to you, though. Here's the thing, right?
Yes.
Here comes this Ghanaian guy. Mm-hmm. Okay, is in love and is in a relationship.
Yes.
With his other significant other.
What happens to
that is white?
Yeah.
Well, I think, in my opinion, since he's done that, and we said, well, like I said, love conquers all.
Yeah.
He's relinquished what his culture was at least supposed to be, which is supposed to be 100% pure. He's relinquished that because now what he's done is 50% of my culture and 50% of her culture. No, it's not 100% of our culture.
I know, but
so when you're talking about the fact that Kwame is supposed to be a Ghanaian black-looking boy.
All I'm saying,
it's just a name that a Ghanaian man, a fully bred Ghanaian man, can give his son. Which in this case, he can.
Nobody.
Of course, 50% is
nobody. Nobody's doing that. Yeah, but why don't you call him Kwa?
No, because he's
the meme makes 100 and he's 100. Your kid is 50. So why don't you take half of the name?
100% Ghanaian man.
Yeah.
So he can call his son Kwame.
No. The point is, why couldn't he take 50? All the point I was trying to make is this, and then my point is in two folds. Like one is on the joke side of if you hear a name, right? Every name have a
racist.
particular
racist.
You call it whatever you want to call it.
I'm not calling it whatever I want to call it. I'm calling it racist because it's racism.
How is it racism?
Because you
I asked you a question.
You're affiliating a name to a location.
And that is true.
Tell me that's not discriminating.
How is it discriminatory?
You are affiliating a name to a location.
So you're telling me because I said Sunday is an English way of calling a particular day, that makes it wrong?
Of course not.
If you
Because
go to France, they
it's
call it a
an
different
abstract.
thing.
It's an abstract.
How is it?
It's not
It's a
person.
name.
It's not a person.
It's a name for a day. It's a noun. Sunday is a noun.
Yeah.
You can't
But
call
it's not
Sunday
a
Monday.
person.
What do you mean it's
It's
not a
not-
person? It's a noun.
We're getting off topic here.
That's
But
what you're doing.
No,
What I'm
not,
saying-
that's not what I'm doing. I'm saying you are racist.
Ghanaian people name their kids a certain way.
I'm saying
If
is
I
racist.
woke up
All
tomorrow
I'm saying is you're racist.
and I find out a Ghanaian is called Sunday, I'll be surprised. I'll actually say you're not Ghanaian. Unless you were just named after a Nigerian, which would make sense.
But most
Because you
of
were named after a Nigerian.
Some Ghanaians in Ghana are called
Sunday,
names
no.
that don't make, that are not local Ghanaian names.
Whenever it's not local, there's a cultural significance to it.
Of course, because you're in a location where
So if I find
there are a lot of significance in the
my
way
guy,
you
if
guys
I
live your
find
life
a
based on
Nigerian,
that location.
if I find an Igbo man, right, called Jet Li, I'm questioning you. Okay, if I find
Even I will. But that's not the point. Yeah. Even I will. But that's not
if I find an Ashanti man, right, called what can I think of? What name can I think of?
I know.
Djokovic. If I find an Ashanti man called Djokovic, I'm questioning it. Okay. If I find an Infante man called Andre Ashavin,
Okay, well-
I'm questioning it.
Well, let's not, because I'm making a joke.
Now, all I'm saying
I'm
is
making
this.
a joke out of it, so let's not joke.
Now,
Let's
now,
talk about it for real.
yeah, but now, I'm just gonna focus on what I was talking about. And the point is, when he asked that question, right? When he asked the question of what would you prefer? Would you prefer your kid to be like more on the darker side, more on the lighter side, or whatever it is?
What did
right?
he answer?
And then he tried to double, like, of course, the wife said there. My man had to double. I haven't thought about it, blah, blah, kind of thing.
You haven't thought about it. It's a simple thing. It's a simple question.
What, I mean, it's
It's a simple answer.
the wife is there. If
Mom,
you got to choose the right answer. Innit?
I'm dating a white woman. Okay, like, I think at this point, all bets are off. I'm like,
The guy asking the question is
my
why.
girlfriend or my wife that's carrying my baby is white. So at this point,
So what would you say?
either
so you want,
way,
you
I
want
would
your kid?
love my child because I love the woman carrying.
Yeah, but he's trying to say that. But the point is, the guy was like,
What do you mean he's
acting-
trying to say that?
That's what he said. That's what he tried to say.
That, like, not
Then-
try to. Just back off. Okay? That's what she said. Listen, it's about the health of the baby. And
Yeah,
baby
but that's the
coming out
politically
nice.
correct answer. The point is,
No, it's not. I'm not saying it to be correct. I'm saying it as, look, dude.
you don't care.
I'm a
You don't care. You
fully
don't care.
Nigerian
You don't care how your
man.
kid looks.
Why would I, dude? I'm sleeping with a white woman. Why would I? How my kid look? Like, if I wanted my kid to look African and my kid to have Ghana blood 100%, I would date a Ghana woman.
Yeah, but it's not.
I would marry a Ghana woman.
I doubt. No, but I doubt that's how love works. You and I both know that.
Yeah, but
You
that's
don't
what I'm
meet a
saying to
girl one day and then go.
No, but that's-
you
no, no.
see that you're having
But
kids
that's
with
exactly
them.
what
You
I'm
meet
saying
them
to
and
you.
eventually certain
Hold
things
on.
happen.
That's exactly what I'm saying to you. So if my heart and my love chased me into the hand of a white woman,
Yeah.
because I can't find myself living without this woman. Oh, this
Yeah.
woman is
So you can accept
pinnacle
something doesn't mean
of
you
my
don't
side.
have a preference. That's what I'm saying. Like I
Why
like
would
I like
you-
African
okay, so
food.
you're
Hold
dating
on.
a white
Hold
woman.
on. Hold on.
What
Let- let-
preference do you want for the color of your kids?
You
Like,
want
you're
the kid to
dating a
look like
white
you.
Woman. Like, they're not gonna look like
You understand that, but if somebody asks you, what
mean-
would you have preferred? That's the question, and that's what, because he tried to do the answer that you are trying to
I'm
give.
not-
And the guy went,
I'm not trying
no,
to
no,
do
no,
an
no.
answer.
Okay,
I'm
if you
giving
know,
you an answer.
if you are, and then he said he wanted to be on the darker side, and then it turned into an argument between him and the wife, and then the guy said,
I think if he said he wanted to be on the darker side, and him and the wife has an argument, I think the wife had the right to be angry. Like, dude, I'm white. Okay, like I'm 100% white. You're 100% black. When we come together, I think you know it's 50-50, right? Like, that's what the
yeah,
color
but
of my
that's
kid
what
is
he
gonna
said
be.
at first, and the guy kept pushing him about what would you prefer. Like,
Well, he needed to push the guy back.
now. And then they asked the wife, and the guy asked the wife to kind of balance the thing, like, what would you prefer? And then she's babbling on about your whole thing. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. So if I say healthy baby, it's like, okay, why somebody put a gun to your head? And then she's like, I
What's
wanted
this
to
guy?
be.
What was this show? Right?
Of course, it's
It's
sure.
a show because like this can't be real. Like, put a gun to my head.
No, no,
to
he
tell
didn't
me what
put,
the
he didn't
color
put
of
a
my
gun.
baby
He
is
just
gonna
saying
be.
hypothetically.
Yeah, I know that's what I'm saying. Put a gun to my like, dude. The health of the baby is what matters, not the color.
Point is, I know that she also went
skin
like,
of
the
the
lighter side. And then he
The
let that.
kid was gonna be light anyways.
Not necessarily. It would be lighter than the man, but it could still be, it could still look more black than white. The point
Okay,
I'm trying
fine. What do you think?
Why?
I'm asking you because like
As if I was the one in the position.
yeah, I'm putting you in a position right now.
That's the same thing that guy did it.